This, my friends, is the Swish Edition.
Hey, Dale.
Oh, it's going down Chinatown.
What does that mean?
Nothing.
There must be some meaning behind that.
It's just a rhyme that I thought of, and I'm sure it's going down in Chinatown somewhere.
I'm sure it is. But tonight, or this week, it's all about Halloween.
This is Swish Edition with Dale and Scott.
You're listening to the Swish Edition.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else in between, here are your new best friends. They're your hosts, Dale and Scott.
So this is our Halloween theme.
I like it better than the original.
Really?
I do.
I hope our guy who put the new one together isn't listening. But hey, everyone, welcome to a new edition of the Swish Edition. We're calling this our Halloween edition because it's coming out on October 27th. And Halloween is just a few days away. It's this Saturday night. And remember, we talked about this on the show before, Dale. This Halloween is going to be a full moon. It's the second moon, the second full moon of October. They call that the blue moon.
Blue moon.
But are we going to see it? Have you actually looked at the weather report here for southern Delaware to see what we're going to have?
What day of the week is Halloween?
Saturday.
Sunny. It's 54.
Awesome. So it's going to be... That's actually perfect, isn't it?
I think so. A little chill in the air because you want to have a chill.
I like that a lot.
Other than actually last year, Las Vegas was freaking cold.
It was cold. It was very weird. It's funny that just before we came down here to the studio, I saw our friend Cheryl, who is our next door neighbor in Vegas, said that she went out this morning in her bathrobe. It was 45 degrees in Vegas.
Wow.
It's never 45 degrees in Vegas. Isn't that crazy?
Crazy. Although she just planted her new kale.
I do not like the kale.
Oh, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh.
You dress it up real nice. It's good.
All right. With some fat back. Hey, you know what they sell here?
Actually, if you put it in I don't... Kale to me is like spinach, and I love spinach, but I hate hot spinach.
Love hot spinach.
But if you put kale in spinach in a pan with like some bacon,
Yeah.
it's pretty yummy.
Does sound good.
Yeah.
So definitely fat because the bacon would put some fat in there.
Yeah. I hate what is it called at the restaurant? It's
I don't know.
when they cook the spinach. It's what's it called?
Cooked spinach. I don't
It's
know.
not. It's
Dale.
called something because you've ordered it many times.
I don't know what you're getting at. Cooked spinach. It's just spinach.
It's not called cooked spinach on the thing.
All right. I don't know. Nobody
Forget
cares
it.
about that.
No
but
one
if you
cares.
think about it sometime during the show, let me know. So I want to know, what are you going to be for Halloween? Have you thought about that yet? Because a lot of people have been talking about this. Ellen DeGeneres has actually been talking about this a lot lately. She's like, because everyone wants to be the slutty blank, right?
Well,
So-
that's when you can get away with it.
Yeah, so most people are the slutty blank, the slutty nurse, the slutty doctor. That's, slutty nurses and doctors. That's very pandemic,
It'd
right?
be a slutty Frankenstein.
Right. You could be a slutty whatever, a
and
secretary.
basically, it means you put on a Frankenstein mask with some underwear. That's it.
I guess so. So should we be the slutty lords this year?
No.
So we're now the lords of Pine Bark.
No.
Or should we actually, what we're actually going to be, and this is coming from our friend Jacqueline, who may or may not be on the show next week. She's been on the show before. She might be our guest co-host next week, but she is getting us Scooby-Doo costumes. So I actually think we're going to be Shaggy and Fred from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, because she bought a Daphne.
Yeah, so she's going to be Daphne. I'm going to be Fred, and you're going to be Shaggy.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's perfect.
I think it's great.
And then the dogs will be Scooby and Scrappy.
Plus, it's a costume that you can wear and indulge.
But the idea is, can we make them slutty? That's
You just wear the top
can
with
you be
underwear.
can you be a slutty Shaggy?
I don't know what that. I don't know what that looks like.
I love that. You know who the voice of Shaggy is now that Casey Kasem is dead? It's Matthew Lillard from Scream.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that.
So
because he also was. Wait, who? Matthew Lillard did the voice of what?
Shaggy.
Yes,
Shaggy, yeah.
Because he was also Shaggy in the live action.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I knew
Yeah.
that. I think I knew
So
that.
he's kind of carried it on.
Yeah.
Since then. Yeah.
He was also
cool.
from Scream. Yeah.
So this will go from Halloween to one of my favorite movies, The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is one of probably Tim Burton's best movies. It's the stop motion movie that just has it's taken over the world.
It's not that great.
You've lost your mind, Dale. Come on.
It's not that great. There's
a classic.
There are
classic.
much better Halloween movies, and I will say that my new favorite, which is relatively new, and everyone should watch it. I believe it's streaming, but I don't know where, and I don't have my phone with me, is Tucker and Dale Must Die.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Okay. We watched that.
We did. I loved it so much that I even bought it. And it's one of those ones that starts out like every horror movie.
Yeah.
And it's these two guys who live in the woods, and then there's these college kids that are vacationing in the woods for God knows whatever reason.
Right.
And they get themselves into some trouble, and Tucker and Dale are trying to help them, but they think that they're trying to kill them, and I won't say anything more, because if I say anything more, I'm going to give it away. But it's a great, fun comedy movie. And you also know I love Zombieland. Zombieland 1 more than 2, but they're both great.
Yeah. All right, so Tucker and Dale Must Die is available on Amazon Prime Video.
I was going to say probably Prime.
Yeah. So
watch it. It's fun.
My question, though, going back to The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is my favorite, is it a Halloween movie or is it a Christmas movie or is it both? Because obviously Jack comes from Halloween land. He goes to Christmas land. It's kind of both, right? So you could watch it throughout the entire season.
You can watch it now through December 25th.
Yeah. All right, so I've got some updates for you guys. I made some mistakes on the last episode, and I want to correct them. One, we talked about Fat Albert last week. If you guys listened to episode 295, we talked about why hasn't there been a Fat Albert live-action movie? Well, guess what?
There was.
Dumbass Scott. There was. Dumas. I am Dumas Scott. There was a live-action Fat Albert movie in 2007.
With Kenan Thompson, who we even mentioned last week.
So Kenan Thompson was Fat Albert in the live-action movie from 20th Century Fox. Duh. Sorry. I'm such a dork. But at least we correct when we make mistakes. We own up to them.
Don't say we.
Scott owns up to his mistakes.
Yeah, go
on
to the next
Edition.
one. Go to the next one while you're still in it.
Correction number 2 is, I think last week I was talking about the Real Housewives of Orange County, and I said that Elizabeth Vargas from 2020, the news magazine show on ABC, was going to be a new cast member on Real Housewives of Orange County.
I should have known that wasn't right.
That is not true.
I should have known that wasn't right.
But the fact is, though, that this new cast member on The Real Housewives of Orange County, her name is Elizabeth Vargas. It just happens that she's not the Elizabeth Vargas from 2020.
Yeah.
So it's a totally different person. She's much younger. She's blonder. She's richer. And fabulous,
totally different
actually.
Vargas.
Yeah. Totally different Vargas. And only Vargas. Vargas because she married a Latino.
And is not the Elizabeth Vargas from 2020. I believe the Vargas is spelled different. I think there's an H in the Vargas from 2020.
Is that right?
I think so.
I wish you could look that up and prove it to us.
I
right
wish there'd be another correction next week.
now. That's right. So I want to talk about weddings. If you were planning to get married in 2020 and all of your hopes and dreams were dashed by this motherfucking pandemic, would you still go ahead and do it on a streaming platform and invite all your friends and family members to join your nuptials on Zoom? I find this very depressing. So this is a
It's
trend.
depressing, but it's life now.
I get it, but this is life. People have been doing that. They've been getting married on Zoom and having all their family and relatives participating via their computers and iPads and stuff.
I would charge for it.
Oh, right. $5 holla. I don't get it. I say that if you really wanted to have that big old wedding, put it off until next year. For God's sakes.
But don't those things take a lot of planning, and
I guess
people have to put so much money up front, and it's happening whether or not.
It just seems so depressing. Well,
Of course, it's depressing. I agree with that.
Get
but
married,
you do what you do.
Get married and then have the party afterwards. That's what I did.
I hope they're not streaming the reception, because let's face it, the reception is why people go to weddings.
Right.
No one cares about the wedding because it's boring, it's slow, it's long.
Yeah,
it's all about
the past
the
cheese
reception.
puffs and the
Drinks.
DJ and the open bar.
Yeah,
that's right.
Everyone wants to party.
So if you feel that great of a need to get married, just hold off. Nothing. You can wait a year, right?
Right.
I don't know why I brought that up. It's kind of stupid. But this is kind of fun, Dale. I was doing research for our script this week, and I saw that Kazakhstan, the country, has officially adopted Borat's catchphrase, "Very nice."
I mean, they might as well.
As their official tourism logo. But this begs the question.
Very nice.
This begs the question. Who the fuck is going on a trip to Kazakhstan?
Nobody's going, but it's fun, and it doesn't cost any money to adopt a catchphrase.
But it's funny that Kazakhstan...
It puts them on the map, because no one probably knew of this country before Borat anyway.
But it's very funny that Kazakhstan has a tourism department. Who goes... Nobody's going to Kazakhstan on vacation.
No.
They're going to Disneyland.
It's a landlocked country, and it's...
Isn't that funny?
Maybe should we go? Should we freaking go?
I freaking want to go.
I want to go
not
now.
Right now. Do they have COVID there? Probably not.
Probably not, because no one goes.
Because no one goes there.
It's probably the safest place in the world right now.
But right now, the number one movie on Amazon Prime Video is Borat's subsequent movie film, which is the sequel to Borat's first film.
It is. I tell you what, it's so funny.
He is so funny.
Instead of like Borat 2, it's the subsequent movie.
The subsequent movie film. But here is I got to tell you this. This is the official full title of the movie. You ready? It's Borat subsequent movie film. Delivery of progenitor bride to American regime for make benefit once glorious nation of Kazakhstan. That's the full title of the movie.
I love it. I love it.
I think Sacha Baron Cohen is a genius.
Did you see what the Daily Mail did?
I did not.
So the Daily Mail is a rag, basically. It's a rag magazine.
Kind of like our New York Post.
Yeah. And they somehow put a picture of Rudy Giuliani laying on a bed, and this image of the back of Borat's, is it sister in this film?
Yeah, daughter, yeah,
giving him a hand job. Right. And it was like the front page of the Daily Mail.
Unbelievable. So crazy. But what Sacha Baron Cohen is what he's able to pull off with these things, because he doesn't tell people what he's doing.
Freaking funny. And you know what's amazing?
He tricks people.
Is that people still don't know who he is or what he is.
Right.
And they still engage with him.
So stupid.
That tells you right now our Congress is too damn old.
I mean, Ron Paul
was in
the first one. I'm so crazy. Anyway, the movie has been getting great reviews. It's been called brilliantly uncomfortable, which I can understand.
Yes.
And perfectly timed for what's going on right now in the world. It premiered last Friday on Prime. If you guys are Prime members of Amazon, you can watch it for free on their video platform. So, which I am. Which you want to watch it tonight?
I don't know. We'll see.
We've so much stuff to watch.
Oh my God, it's so crazy.
All right, more news from the streaming world.
I'm sad about this.
Dale's very sad about this. Quibi has decided to call it quits after 6.5 months, despite spending $1.7 billion on production.
I mean, every single show that they have, there's a star, if not more than one.
And we've actually enjoyed several of the productions that are on Quibi.
I love the remake of Reno 911,
Right.
and it works perfect on Quibi.
Yes.
These 10-minute, it's
Little
perfect.
mini episodes.
Perfect.
Right.
Love it.
We watched the Jenner one, the Kirby Jenner.
Kirby Jenner. It's actually really fun, and it's really well made.
Yeah.
Because that is a person who has put themselves in these scenes that have already been aired.
Right.
And it's like flawless. It's perfect.
Really great. And then there's the not Keith, the guy from 24.
Oh, Kiefer Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland.
That is on my list. I have not watched yet. And there's also the Die Hart.
Right.
Which
Kevin Hart.
And what's his name? The crazy guy from You're the One That I Want. Do.
John Travolta?
Yes, he's in it too.
Right.
He plays the bad guy.
So there's lots of great content on there, but the thing is that they did not find an audience, and it was kind of ill-conceived. A lot of critics are saying.
You say and they say it was ill-conceived. However, it was put out for people going to work who had a lunch break, and
people aren't going to work and don't have a lunch break.
Exactly. It launched when all this stuff happened.
I was reading this review just this past week about when they announced that they were calling it quits, that said it's not because of the pandemic that they've died, but I think it actually was because of the pandemic.
And I still have yet to find an exact date, because it's still there.
Right.
It's not closed yet, but I have not been able to confirm a date.
And they're still in production because that chick who is on the Goldbergs. Can you think of her name offhand?
Nope.
All right. So she's the mother on the Goldbergs. She is obviously in Reno.
She's in Reno, yeah.
And they're still in production. So who knows what's going to happen to these episodes.
I mean, there were shows on Quibi that have been renewed.
Right. It's crazy. But imagine spending almost $2 billion and you give up after 6 months. Why aren't they letting it go for a little bit longer?
Well, I read about that, and they were wanting to pay back as much as possible to their shareholders and their investments.
The people who put up the money to do it, you know? So there's this concept of PeakTV, and this maybe go hand in hand with Quibi dying. PeakTV is this idea that we have just the sheer number of great TV programs right now. In the last 10 years. I mean, as of right now, there are over 530 scripted shows on broadcast cable and streamers. It's never, I mean, the numbers have never been this big.
I also, on the same concept of this, read an article that we have also reached peak music.
Right.
But not so much content.
Yeah.
But the way you get it.
So basically, there's too much crap, and there's not enough time to consume it.
Exactly.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Would you say that?
Yeah.
So, we do Binge Mom, and we
that's what I originally thought until I read the article for Peak Music.
Yeah.
It's not so much the amount of content; it's how you get it.
Right.
And so the article I read that Apple, the Spotify, the Pandora, the Tidal, we're at peak, based on the population of the United States, and who is subscribing, and how many and they multiply it by 2 because everyone's probably supposed to share, and all that stuff. There's no more money to be made from subscriptions.
Right.
So we're at the peak.
So it's basically a combination of the amount of content and the number of delivery options that are available.
It has nothing to do with us as a consumer.
Right.
It all has to do with them as creators.
But the funny thing is that you and I, Dale and Scott, are trying to consume as much of this stuff as possible, and we literally have all of these streaming services and these delivery services.
Right.
But we don't have enough, there's not enough time in our lives to consume all of this stuff.
But you know what? We also don't set aside time either.
But do you agree with me?
Yes.
I know you're saying that, but do you agree with me that there's so much stuff? Like, we keep saying we want to watch the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. We want to watch
I still want to watch Handmaid's Tale, which
Right.
has been, it's like 3 seasons now,
Right.
and
There's
I haven't
so
been able to
much
do it.
content, and there's just not enough time in our lives to watch all
can't
this
do
good
it.
stuff.
You can't do
Right.
it.
So that's what this idea of peak TV. So maybe we've gone too far. Hollywood needs to slow the fuck down.
But it's easier now, and I'm not complaining.
Right.
I
No.
love having all this stuff
Yeah.
ready to go.
No, it's wonderful. There's
But I don't want it to be too much where there's, we got to hold back, and then you get
Right.
to a rut, and there's like, oh, well, then there's just nothing on.
Well, it's so funny that, and I continue to see these comments online when I'm on Facebook or Instagram, and people are saying there's nothing to watch. I'm like,
Then you're not looking.
Then you're fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. There's so much.
There's so much content, and it's really good right now.
And I know the stuff about the movie theaters. Yeah, it's sad because that's like a thing to do.
Yeah.
But I am hopeful for the day that new releases can come directly to my television. I'll pay $30 to rent it.
Yeah.
Let me do it, but just let me do it.
Well, that I'm going to jump ahead because page 3. Apparently, MGM was still planning to release No Time to Die to movie theaters. But on Friday, Bloomberg reported that MGM was trying to reach out to both Apple and Netflix about maybe releasing No Time to Die, the newest James Bond movie, directly to streaming.
I saw that.
Yeah.
And I heard, and I've also read that Apple, it's like it's leaning Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy that they're actually, MGM is saying, no, we're not, they're saying, no, we're not planning to do that. But this is, we're going to talk about what we're doing behind the scenes.
Right.
But it very well may be.
But we have to understand that what we're going through now is not going to end January 1st, 2021.
Right.
It's
it
just not.
may very well go into next year.
Yeah.
So if they want to make any money.
I don't necessarily think this is a bad thing.
No, you've said that
before.
before.
A bad thing.
No, you've said that before on the show. You think that, and movies have been making money on streaming. So if No Time to Die comes out, maybe people will pay $25 to watch it. And
Right.
that will be fine for them.
And maybe theaters do come back. That's fine. But why can't you deliver both options? Why can't you go and pay $12 to AMC?
Yeah.
Go get your $10 popcorn and your $7 soda.
Agreed.
And then let me pay $30 with me and my friends.
Yeah.
And stay at home and watch it.
I agree.
And keep it off sales for 6 months. Continue to do that. Go back to that old model. But let me rent it and let me stay at home.
Right. You want to stay home because you just don't want to put pants on.
I like being at home.
Dale doesn't like pants. HBO Max has a new thriller that looks really good, Dale. I'm very excited about this. So, Dale,
Are you excited about
Yeah,
it? Because it looks cheesy to me a little bit.
really?
Mhm.
I completely disagree with you. I think you're completely wrong.
It looks cheesy.
So Dale and I are big.
That's just my first look.
All right. So Dale and I are big fans of Big Bang Theory, and Kaylee Cuoco.
Kaylee Cuoco. not Cuoco. Cuoco.
Okay, what's her character on Big Bang?
Penny.
All right, so we all know her. She's been on there for 11, 12 years. She's playing the flight attendant. That's the name of the new show. She's actually producing it with her own company, which is called, I've got it written down here somewhere. It's called Yes Norman Productions. So she's producing and paying for this production. And she plays the flight attendant And did you watch the trailer for this new show?
I did.
It looks actually really good. It's a thriller. It's not a comedy.
I guess maybe I'm finding it hard to look past Penning.
Right. Well, okay. So
That could be my issue.
So she's
because and everyone knows, I am a massive Big Bang Theory fan.
Sure, you own it all.
I own it all.
Yeah.
Own it all. I can't, and maybe that's why.
All right, so she plays this flight attendant on an international flight. She's in Bangkok, and she hooks up with a guy, and she sleeps with him. And then she wakes up the next morning, and he's dead in her bed. And then,
Right.
it goes from there.
Right.
And it looks really good. 8 episodes. It's a thriller. It's going to be on HBO Max. So you guys have to have HBO if you want to watch this series. But it looks good to me.
Let's
looks
go
good
back.
to me.
Let's go back. And why don't the movie studios, AMC, Regal, make their own streaming service,
Right.
but the deals still stay the same? Hear me out. That a big studio like Universal or whatever creates this massive movie,
Yeah.
and it instead of it could go to the theaters, but maybe AMC, Regal, the traditional theater companies, get it first before the streaming networks.
That's a great idea. Why don't you take that to them and try to pitch it?
I should tweet somebody.
Yeah. Just you had such success with tweeting Tiffany Haddish to get her to start
No one
up.
cares about my tweets.
Nobody cares about your tweets. How many followers do you have on tweet?
I have 0.
Yeah.
Literally, I have 0 followers. 'Cause no one cares.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Can I talk about Truth Be Told?
Yeah.
So we really like Truth Be Told. It was a season of a show with Octavia Spencer, who we love. Was it Netflix? Was that a Netflix show?
Apple
TV Plus. So season 2 is coming out. They're in production, and Kate Hudson is going to be a part of the
I'm
second
excited
season.
about this.
Yeah, I am too. So we have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Also, for the first time in 60 years, Dale,
Oh, and let me tell you how the people are upset.
60 years.
But
Can I tell them
you
first?
go, and then I have something to tell you.
Okay, so for the first time in 60 years, the Charlie Brown's Peanuts holiday specials, the Halloween, the Thanksgiving, the Christmas, will not be broadcast on TV. It was originally on CBS for years and years, and then moved to ABC. It's not going to be on any broadcast network this year. If you want to watch the Peanuts specials, you have to go and get Apple TV Plus.
Exactly. Can I go now?
Go.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you something. I can't give you the full details because I'm a few drinks in, and it's a lot. However, people are very upset about this.
Yes.
It's a tradition, or it's become a tradition.
All right.
Apple has made an agreement. If you are a non-subscriber, that for the Halloween specials, the Thanksgiving specials, and the Christmas specials will be available for free on Apple TV Plus for non-subscribers. And there are certain dates that you have to watch it. However, the closer you get to the holiday is likely when it's not available, which is when most people want to watch it. Anyway,
crazy?
So it will be available for absolutely free. But you go to bingebum.com. I believe it right now. It is currently the featured story because it's actually big news.
That's true.
And it gives you all the dates of when these things are available for absolutely free.
Yeah.
And then just for subscribers.
So we're talking about the specials that were made 50, 60 years ago. But
Yes.
there's also news.
There's new ones coming.
Yeah, you announced that in Binge Bum this just past Friday. There's new specials and series with the Peanuts characters coming to Apple
Correct.
TV Plus. Yeah.
And as of right now, the only thing that I'm aware of are just like holiday stuff. But I suspect that once these holidays get over with, that we'll learn more about what's coming with, like a traditional series, cartoon series,
Sure.
animated series with the Peanuts characters.
Another big streaming news that is happening this week is Tim Burton is launching a new live-action the Addams Family. He's bringing back the Addams Family in a live-action TV series.
I'm actually looking forward to
Yeah, he's shopping it around. Netflix is probably going to get it because they've got all the bucks. Very interesting. Tim Burton has never done a TV series before.
No, and you actually, I'm not a huge animated fan.
Yeah, this is going to be live action.
But I have yet to see the new 2019 animated version of the Addams Family.
It looks cute.
And it looks really cool. And there's
Really
the number 2. There's a second one that's coming.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen the first ones, but I want to watch it.
All right. You should watch it.
I should watch it.
We should watch it together.
We should watch it together.
So there was other news, but I don't know.
But no one cares about it.
Nobody cares about that. So we'll end the show. But we love you guys. We're talking about streaming mostly because that's our new business. But there's other stuff.
But we also
happening.
love it, and everyone loves it.
Do they?
Well, everyone's home now, so what else are everyone going to do?
What else are they going to do? Yeah. So
Or Pac-Man is in Syracuse right now.
Yeah, so Dale and I literally bought a Pac-Man machine for our new basement bar. So we're very excited about that.
It literally just updated. It's in Syracuse.
So it's in Syracuse, New York. And it's going to be here on Thursday.
Thursday, I believe.
Yeah. All right, so we'll be able to talk about that next week. So let me just tell you guys this. Next week is obviously a very, very, very big week for the United States of America, where most of the people listen to our show. We're going to be doing a show next week. We're going to be releasing...
Maybe.
No, we're doing it. We're releasing a show on November 3rd. It'll be the day that is probably the most important day of our modern lives. We're not going to be talking about politics. We're just going to do a regular old show. So just know that next week we're doing a regular show, and it'll probably be the only show on anything that you're consuming that isn't talking about Trump or Biden. Yeah.
And if you try to tune in, I know the music's going away, but if you try to tune in and you can't find us, we're all dead because of violence.
We are kind of scared about it.
It's going to be crazy.
No matter who wins, it could be scary.
Yeah,
right?
it's going to be weird.
Right.
Weird.
We're
All
not
right, bye,
excited
y'all.
about it. All right. We'll
I need a new drink.
Right, we do need new drinks. We love you. And if you want to be a part of the show, or if you have questions for us, you can email us at talkback@swishedition.com.
Oh, I haven't heard of that in a while. That
I know,
email
right?
still works?
Yeah. So email us if you have questions or want us to talk about a certain thing.
Or Facebook.
Yeah. And go check out bingebum.com.
Oh, the new website.
Because it's a brand new website.
It's so pretty.
It's also a website and subscription service. So
yeah. We're changing some stuff around because there's so much to talk about.
That's right. All right. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you next week in the middle of probably the craziest week that we've
Get your guns
ever
ready. Get your guns ready.
experienced. Bye, Dale.
Bye.
This, my friends, is the Swish Edition.